Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of The Family Table. Today is just going to be a short introduction of the show. On this channel, we'll be talking about a lot of different topics such as relationships, parenting, God, marriage, and life in general. Like, who doesn't want to talk about life in general? Everyone. Everyone wants to talk about life. We will also have segments of cooking. Yay! Do reviews on a few products, especially products that I enjoy, which I know that other people will also enjoy. And we'll also have surprise guests. Now, this show will only be on every other Thursday for now. And for right now, it's going to be pre-recorded. But you're more than welcome to have comments and questions in the comment section. And in the next episode or the next show, we will definitely make sure to answer those comments and questions. So today, I want to go ahead and talk about resolutions. It is a new year. It is the first Thursday of the new year, and I want to talk about resolutions. So let's go ahead and just be honest. We make resolutions every single year. Every time the new year rolls around, here we have our resolution. And half of the time, we really don't stick to them, do we? Either by the end of February or in the middle of the year, we're like, well, there goes my resolution. It's over now, isn't it? So then we go ahead and we start it all over again. So what exactly can we do to fix that kind of thing? Trying to fix habit changing solutions, right? Because when you have a resolution, it's a form of habit changing in your life. So let's be honest. A lot of us form habits, and it takes a long time for those habits to be formed and be correct and everything else that we need that habit to be. So we think automatically, oh, it's a new year, we're going to do a resolution. I am going to go to the gym, right? That's the main thing half of the world thinks about. Let's start getting fit and go to the gym, right? So if it didn't work out last year, you might not want to try and do that again this year, right? So let's be honest, a couple of years ago, I decided that my resolution, I was going to get fit. I'm going to join a gym and I'm going to go at least 2-3 times a week. This is it. I am doing it. By the end of February, maybe March, I started to slow down. It was a really good plateau at first, and then all of a sudden the grid went down. And it just, after 2 more years after that, I was like, the gym is a complete waste of time and it's a complete waste of money. I ended up not going. Then COVID happened, and then you couldn't go. And then on top of that, I had a kid, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the pool and we're going to swim and all this other stuff. But then it just still did not work out. I still did not find the time for it. So instead of spending $30 each month or however much your gym cost, $30 a month was wasted. And how much is that a year? Almost like $200 some odd a year, maybe. Just an estimate. I'm not really good at math. But the point is that, okay, this year I want to get fit, but let me do it in a more slow yet habit forming kind of way. So what am I doing this year to become fit? I decided that I'm going to change the way that I eat. And then on top of that, instead of joining a gym where there are monthly fees and then annual fees, and then you have to pay gas to go and all this other stuff, I decided, why not join Beachbody? I can work out in the comfort of my own home. I can do it without somebody watching me, seeing if I'm doing anything right. oh, she's using that dumbbell really wrong. You know that feeling of someone staring at you even though no one is staring at you? Yeah, that feeling is gone now. So I try to do Beachbody at least once or twice a week. I do have a dumbbell, and I pick that dumbbell up at least once a day. And since I decided to change my habit of eating, I've decided to eat more fruits, eat more vegetables, maybe have a smoothie, maybe even juice. I decided to eat less carbohydrates, which is the rice and the pasta. And I decided that if I was going to indulge in pasta, that I would, instead of buying the box pasta, I would make my own pasta, because then at least I know exactly what's going in that pasta. There's no preservatives and there's no chemicals to preserve the pasta or any other mystery thing inside of my pasta. So now I get to make my own pasta. I can bake my own bread, and I find myself eating a little bit more healthier, and I'm also trying to drink more water. Now, is that a lot on my plate for my resolution? Maybe, but I'm not going off into la la land thinking that I'm gonna do all of this stuff. That is not gonna happen, right? So, good example right here. Say you decide, okay, my resolution is to spend less money on Starbucks. And let's all admit, okay, Starbucks is a habit that has gotten formed for everyone. Every morning, someone, somewhere is stopping for Starbucks. Every single morning, even though they have a Keurig at home. And they bought the pods for the Keurig. Or they bought the reusable pods that you could put your own coffee in, you know? But we're still going to Starbucks to get that coffee or to get that tea or to get that fresh drink or whatever, right? So you say, I'm going to spend less money on Starbucks and I'm going to save that money instead. So let's say a cup of Starbucks coffee is like $5. We all know it's not $5, but let's go with 5, right? So, okay, I decided I'm going to spend less money on Starbucks. $5 a day, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's the 5 days that you go out to work. So that's $25 each week that you're spending on Starbucks, right? Then you're like, okay, I still kind of want that flavor of Starbucks, and I kind of do want to indulge in Starbucks every now and then, or maybe even 2 times out of the month. You limit yourself to how many times you go to Starbucks. So you go and say, okay, my coffee costs $5. I go 5 times out of the week. That's $25 each week that you're paying Starbucks. Instead, let me load my card or my Starbucks app with $25. And then that other $25 out of the 3 weeks of the month can go into my savings account or into my kids' savings account or into another bill or onto a credit card or anything like that, right? So now, not only are you saving money, putting money away or getting rid of a debt or putting money away for your kid or anything like that, now you're forming a habit of putting $25 away 3 times of the week. And then that other $25 that you put onto your Starbucks Reloaded card is for when you really want to do a Starbucks. So now you got $5, $25 in that Starbucks card. And you're like, okay, I can go to Starbucks today. I'm going to have that as my little treat. So now you're treating yourself to your Starbucks, but yet you're saving more money by putting that other $25, $75 away. And now you've formed a savings habit on top of let me drink my coffee at home habit. So then you start to see in a couple of months, oh my God, I can't believe how much savings that I have aside. Like, I can't believe I've been spending $100 a month on Starbucks. That's ridiculous. I mean, $75 is extra in my account that I thought I did not have. But in our minds, we're not really understanding how or where our money is going, because in our minds, we're like, oh, it's just $5 for coffee. It's okay. It's okay. In your mind, you're thinking, oh, $5. That's nothing. I can definitely get my coffee each and every day of the month and spend $100 a month without even knowing, because all you're thinking of is just $5, right? Right. Okay, so that was a pretty good example of trying to do a small resolution that will become a habit forming action that then again, as you keep going throughout the years, you can add another one, right? So I would say that instead of doing huge, humongous resolutions every single year and having this long list of things that you're going to change or things you're going to do, I would say start off small. Get one or two things on a list that you want to change, not only in yourself, but for your family or for your work or for anything else, Another good resolution would be, I work a lot. I think I want to make sure that I get a chance to spend one day or one night with my spouse. That way you can grow your relationship with your spouse even more. You get to know different things. You get to learn different things from your spouse. You get to be more intimate, because not only is work is important. I'm not going to say that it's not. But your family and your time is also important. So instead of working an extra time or working more hours, you decide, okay, I'm going to set this day is completely aside. Can you do overtime? No. Today is my day to spend with my family or my spouse. I cannot do overtime. It sounds good. Overtime does sound wonderful. That's extra money coming in. But how much time are you spending with your family? How much time are you spending with your spouse? Sometimes in relationships, time is more important than the things that you can get your spouse or the things that you can get for your kids. We grow up and say, oh, my kids are going to have the things that I never had. That's always a speech or something that a parent does. But honestly, it's time. As I grew up, I thought that I had everything. I never felt like I was not given anything. But the one thing that I do know that I missed personally in my childhood is time. My mom gave me good time, and my dad, he gave me time. But was it really good time with my father? Not really. I wish there was a whole lot of things that could have been done, could have been said, but it just wasn't. Money is important. It is important in your life. But time, you can never get time back. You can always make money. Money can always be there. But time disappears all the time. Time disappears all the time. So make a resolution to spend more time with your family. That's the best resolution that you can absolutely do. And for that, like I said, this one was going to be really short. We're also going to be doing some book reviews as well. So each month I will be presenting a book for everyone to have a chance to read. I would have read it as well and made sure that it was a book that I think would make any change on anybody or would be interesting to read, like Harry Potter, of course. Yeah, no, I'm a Harry Potter fan. Or Twilight, but I'm a Twilight fan anyway, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's also take a chance to read a verse or read a chapter in the Bible and then try to have a discussion on that chapter or on that verse. But today is just resolutions and a great introduction to you guys. I hope that we become a big family of people that enjoy our conversations and enjoy the cooking, enjoy the products that we will be presenting, and I hope that we can be a good family forever. I appreciate everyone for watching this first episode, and I hope and pray that you have a blessed afternoon. Good night from the family table.